Hello everybody, my name is Dong. Today I would like to tell you about short conversation between two people. Conversation 1. The woman said to the man they had planned the meeting for that afternoon, but when Mrs. Johnson hadn't arrived the night before, they had postponed it. The man wanted to know if Johnson would be there the following day. The woman disagreed with him. She said Miss Johnson had called that evening to say they should reschedule the meeting for the week after. This is conversation 2. The man said to the woman his secretary had made a reservation for him for the 16th of January. The woman wanted to know how many days. The man replied to her, "For 6. But if his wife came, he would stay until the 26th. This is conversation 3. The man complained to the woman he had been waiting for an hour. The woman replied to him he would be there for another 30 minutes at least, because the police weren't letting anyone through until 6. The man commented he should have stated at the office. This is conversation 4. The woman said to the man she had been going to take Friday off and not come back until Tuesday. The man agreed with her, and the woman commented, except she had been told to be there first thing Monday morning. This is conversation 5. The woman wanted to know if that was the last train to Osaka. The man disagreed with her because there were two more after that. They left every 30 minutes. The woman thought 8:30 had been too early for the last train. This is conversation 6. The man said to the woman the meeting Friday morning would be over by noon, so he would be home. He would be home the following day. The woman replied to him they were having company Sunday, so she hoped he would be there. The man commented she would be home before then. This is conversation 7. The woman A said to the man, the woman B would be gone until 2 weeks after. The man replied to the woman A, the woman B would be back too late to help them. The woman A commented it was okay because uh, the woman B's lawyer was coming in that afternoon. This is conversation 8. The man said to the woman, it was really hot that day. The woman replied to him, according to the records, the last time it had been that hot had been July 1970. The man was surprised by that because that had been his 8th wedding anniversary. This is conversation 9. The woman A said to the woman B their Australian plan wouldn't be ready until June. The woman B replied to the woman A that was too late because they had to be operational in January. The woman A commented June is the earliest and because they needed 6 more months. This is conversation 10. The man said to the woman Pretco had started buying their stock July before. The woman wanted to know how many shares they held then. The man replied to her in October. They had bought 15,000. They 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 had they had to have over 6% then, and at that rate, uh, 8% by January. This is conversation 11. The woman complained to the man she was really tired that day because they hadn't got back from their trip until late the night before. The man the man agreed with her. He said she had just spent a week skiing in the mountains, so he wanted to know how it had been. The woman commented, uh, it had been fantastic, but she couldn't remember the last time she had had so much fun, and she wanted to know if the man weren't planning to take a vacation soon. The man disagreed with her. He said, not until after July, because he had to wait until he returned from his business trip to Hong Kong, and he was planning to rent a house at the beach before the first week of the August. This is conversation 12. That- that- This is conversation 12. The man said to the woman they needed to plan the following day's meeting. It was rescheduled to start at 8:30, and he thought they would have to have the financial report first. The woman agreed with him, and she said Sherry should be second because Sherry was going to introduce the New York project. The man agreed with her. He thought it would be time for a coffee break, and he suggested her putting Tom's presentation after the coffee break, so that should take them to lunch. The woman agreed with him, and she commented after lunch they could go over the quarterly report and organize the planning committee. And she thought they could manage to cover everything before the end of the day. This is conversation 15. The woman complained to the man. She had tried to call him the night before, but the man hadn't been home. So she wanted to know where the man had been. The man replied to her he had been to the movies with some friends afterwards, uh, but he had told her to call him that morning because he had known he would be out all day the day after. The woman was sorry about she had forgot. So she wanted to know if uh, the man was still interested in seeing the play. She wanted to buy the tickets that day. She could get them for Friday or Saturday night or Sunday afternoon. The man commented he would rather go in the afternoon than at night, so she could get them for Sunday. Thank you for your listening. Goodbye.